stop that. And we're going to open up with this. Damn, you're fine.
She fine.
Suck it to me, baby, one more time. From the windows to the walls, to the sweat drops down my balls. All these bitches crawl. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn. Shorty crunk, so fresh, so clean. She be popping that cushion, been harassing me in the mind. This bitch is fine. On the came to the club about 50 damn times. Can I play with your panty line? Club wanna say I need to calm down. Scared guy go to sweat me now. Crack a drunker than a motherfucker threaten me now. 369. Damn, you're fine.
Bitch is fine.
Suck it to me, baby, one more time. From the window,
The motherfucking windows.
to the wall,
To the motherfucking wall.
to the sweat drops down my balls.
Get it, balls.
All these bitches crawl. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn. Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn. You guys ready for it? Oh, yeah. There we go.
And that's how we start off the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Business Party Podcast.
Woo!
I had to do that. Dude, that was amazing. That
Thank
was
you.
amazing,
As I
first
say,
of all.
in case anybody didn't notice, that's on my Scott's_speakeasy account on TikTok, and that's the cover that I do of Get Low by what's it, Lil Wayne, but Dan Hennick's cover.
No,
Yeah.
it's Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Not Lil Wayne, Lil Jon. Lil Jon's smarter. I actually like him.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's really good. He's got some. I love his song Turbulence.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
KJP equals kind of Joe President. Dude, I cannot believe I'm gonna just go ahead and bust it out right now. Since we enjoyed that little bit of a cover that I did, and thank you, Davey, for not only duetting that on TikTok, but us putting it on there. I fucking love doing that cover. It's one of my favorite ones ever.
Dude, it's so. I told you, I reposted yours, and I told you, it gave me all the serotonins. I got all the serotonins in that song.
Speaking of a little bit of funny serotonin, we've all known that Biden is nothing but a fucking puppet, and obviously KJP has displayed that. Investing in America means investing in all of America. When I ran for president, I made a promise that I would leave no part of the country behind. Well, that was from KJP, and she had to delete that later like a fucking moron. What is happening?
After 31.5K views, it was deleted.
Yeah.
Dude, look at that. Look at that in the bottom. This picture over here in the bottom, too.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's great. But dude, I cannot believe that shit. They literally put that out. That's
not fair. That's so wrong. They don't all look alike. I'm sorry. That's not right. I think they were supposed to put that in Kamala Harris's by mistake. No.
Oh man.
But I mean, dunderheads all look alike. But I saw that and I was like, what the like, that they don't run their own accounts, but come on.
That was a big fucking fuck up.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Super embarrassing.
Like, give me a break. Like, at least have different people run different ones. Why are you gonna have the same person running all of them?
Right.
All of the, and then what is it? Copy paste and then just put it on? Like, come on, guys. Do it. Like, he can't even. His fucking people can't even do that right. His people can't even do that right. And they won't. And they're trying to tell me Bidenomics is working.
Yeah.
Eat ass.
Exactly.
I was listening to John Burke today.
There you go. Yeah. So every tweet Biden puts out now, I'm gonna tag KJP to give Biden back his phone. I think I just saw one of your last ones. That was pretty funny.
it's. I was listening to Burke today from Friday's show because I'm starting to lose interest in all the shit I used to listen to, and starting to listen to new shit. And I was listening to Burke, and Burke was talking about how he bought a house, and they were saying even with his VA, not VA, even with his military discount that he gets or whatever that he does, he's still looking at, even with $50,000 for another house, a 4.5% interest.
That's amazing.
But with the military was supposed to be like 2 or 3% for serving. That's it.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's not supposed to be high.
Yeah,
it's higher than what he wants, but that's still really good compared to what most people are gonna give. Enough.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
When we moved, like it was when it started going like every week. Like we negotiated lower, but it was up like 6.3% or something crazy.
Yeah, and with the military loans, it's supposed to be like, I think, half or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be cut significantly because they didn't fight for our fucking country. So yeah. I mean, but even when I bought my house in Jersey, it was only 4.25% back in the day.
Oh, you got a good deal out there.
And our credit was shite. But like, it was good. But he's talking about I think he said 4 or 6%, something like that. I'm pretty sure it's probably more close to 6 now that I'm thinking about it. But still, like, it's insane. And they're talking about Bidenomics worked. Bidenomics is helping everybody.
Well, dude, I wouldn't even be trying to buy a house personally with what they're doing with the whole equalizing deal. What is it? If you have a lower credit score, you're going to pay lower, and if you have a better credit score, you're going to pay higher because you're paying into other people's shit. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I just don't. Once again,
so then what's the point of having a good credit score then?
There is none.
Exactly.
Thank God I got a shitty credit score. Right now.
Make sure you have a good credit score to pay for everybody else's shit. That makes no sense.
But I mean, once again, just because you don't pay $400,000 a year doesn't mean your taxes are not going to go up. No, everything else is going to go up.
Right.
Not your taxes. Yeah. Everything else, your property taxes.
It's indirect taxes because, like, especially when it comes to like restaurants and all these business and all that other shit, as things go up, it's what it keeps happening. Motherfuckers want to act like it's not going to happen. Whenever you start putting pressure on businesses and they have to invest more money into things, they're not going to eat that. They are going to give that to the consumers because they still have to make their fucking money. And people are like, because capitalism. No, it's not because capitalism. It's because of bullshit that you're fucking up with inside the capitalistic system with bureaucratic bullshit and this cronyism bullshit and everything else, and the way that the government wants to try to control shit. That's what happens. Just what happens.
Well, I don't know. Like, have you seen like within a week, gas went up like 30 cents?
Yeah, it's almost $4 here again.
When I was in Indiana, which by the way, your tax on gas is stupid in Indiana. It's like 20 cents more than like anywhere else.
Yeah.
So what is it, like 380 where you're at now?
At least no, it's almost 4. It's like you're right, 380. It's somewhere around there. It's almost 4. Yep.
Yeah, we were there for just like a week, and I was like, that's just stupid. That's like stupid high. Yeah. It's crazy. And you would think, it would be, I don't know. It was low
Bidenomics,
right? 4th of July and everything. And then the second that 4th of July weekend was over, skyrocketed 30 cents.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They'll give you a little bit of leeway to try and get people to run around and make money and shit, but then they'll fuck you right after.
Well, I mean, they're all coming to his rescue. See what he did? He lowered the gas prices, and now they ain't saying shit. I haven't said a
but
fucking
isn't it
word.
like, what is it, the World Bank or whatever, or I don't know, the overlords who score everyone, like the U.S. is.
Yeah, we went down. Our credit rating went down.
We
went from our AAA to a AA plus, I think. It is, which just means we're shit plus. I mean, I don't get it.
But give more money to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Another 25 fucking thousand went the other day. Like, are you kidding me?
No, they were
100.
Yeah, they were giving
1,000.
hundreds of
No,
thousands. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
200
25 million. Yeah, another 25
100,000.
fucking million.
$100,000.
Yeah, 200,000.
I'll say, well, yeah,
Thinking
that.
what I need to get the fuck out of here. I mean,
That's
anyway.
how much the bag that they put all the money in costs.
That's the whole thing. It's like they keep fucking slamming money up over into Ukraine. It's still happening recently. But what are they giving to Maui? The area that just fucking basically burned to the goddamn ground. Nothing.
So did you hear the conspiracy?
200 million. That's what they're getting. Okay, yeah.
Did you hear the conspiracy theory about Maui?
There is quite a few. I don't think it was a direct energy weapon personally, because there was a lot of shit that did also happen there, because there's a lot of places that don't keep up on their wild or woodlands and stuff like that. And I saw other lines down on shit, but I mean, who knows? I'm a conspiracy person.
Not that. I'm talking about the AI island.
Oh no, I have not.
Oh yeah, making it the first AI city.
First AI city with the first.
They're going to make it a smart city, a 15-minute city.
Oh my god, here we go.
Yep.
And apparently the plan has been for years to do it. And
anybody who wonders what any sort of an objective, what anybody is doing about anything, the objective overall at the end of the day about all this bullshit is Agenda 2030.
Yeah,
that's the objective.
I mean, look at the movie Demolition Man. Look at the movie The Island. Look at all these movies from back in the day that told us what the fuck they wanted to do. Escape from New York. Escape from LA. Like, give me a break. Like, they told us what they want us to do. They want to do to us, and it's coming to fruition. It's going to happen, whether you like it or not. I mean, the only way that's going to happen is if we tell them to go fuck themselves.
No, yeah, for sure. But it'll probably involve some AI bullshit that'll try to keep people wrangled and whatever else. But
that's like the cashless society stuff and everything.
Well, what's his name? Klaus Schwab was already talking about AI and all that shit. We're not going to need voting in the future because we're going to know exactly what you want. All this fucking crazy German psychopath bullshit that he's talking. Dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've said this multiple times on here. Like back in June of 2019, the WEF and the UN signed an agreement to work together to accelerate the 2030 agenda. So, I mean, it's obviously it's in play, and I think it was even I actually think Tim Pool came out with a video today about what was going on with Hawaii and stuff, and that and then it said,
that's kind of what that was what I was hearing a lot. It wasn't direct energy weapons, but the power was never cut from the power lines, and they overload the homes and shit like that because trees were coming down on some of them. I did see some other videos of down power lines and other shit. So I think it was weird things that happened there for sure. I'm not, who knows? It could have also been made to happen that way.
Well, it says that the Hawaii governor says that the state is looking to acquire the land that was destroyed in the fire.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Guess who's on Tim Pool right now?
Who?
Conservative Ant.
Oh, Jesus. Really?
Who's that?
So he was on TikTok. He's a conservative a gay gentleman who I'm friends with on TikTok. And when we first started, we asked him to be on. And he was giving us the runaround and stuff like that. And he's like, no, then, I'm still going to talk shit about it because I don't care. Like, he told me somebody died in his family, and then, like, he was on live right after that. Like, he's, I'll be on, no, next week is fine. And then next week, I don't think I could do it. And this is, once again, as he was on his come up, we were trying to get him on and put it off. And then he was just like, I don't think I can do it. And, like, dude, just tell me that for me. Don't tell me somebody passed away in your family. And then even if it's true, don't fucking go on live right after you told me that.
Yeah.
Like that's a fucking dick move. That's a
I think
real
he's a
big
bit of
dick.
I think he's a little bit of a poser personally, but
yeah, I'm not gonna talk ill will, but I just want to. Yeah, I know you will. I know. That's why but yeah, I mean, come on, man. Just be fucking honest. I don't care. I just don't like. Just like, hey, man, I can't because of this, or I can't because of that, or I'm about to do some big things that. And I wish I could. Maybe one day I'll be on, and it's fine with me. But like to tell me somebody passed away, and then I catch you on fucking live on TikTok, bro, don't fucking that's a dirty fucking game. And listen, I get it. I fibbed for some things, but I wouldn't fucking do that. Like, if you ask me to do something with you, cool, I'll do it, or I'll tell you, listen, I can't, to be honest with you, I got this or that, but I'd also make a conservative, I'd make a conservative effort though, because, once again, don't be shitty to people at the bottom, because you never fucking know. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
It's like this, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna. Well, I was gonna say this. There's this one meme going around where it's like, make sure you're always nice to the fat girls at the gym, because they'll remember you later when they get in shape.
Yeah, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Listen, by the way, you see some of those girls who were like big girls, and you're like, hey, and then you see them like fucking jacked, and you're like, God, I should have said yes. Yeah, I should have taken her to dinner. But then again, you go, listen, sweetheart, if I would have taken you to dinner, you would have never achieved your goals.
God.
Now that you've achieved your goals and you're welcome for that, we can go out.
Y'all suck.
I'm really feeling myself. I don't care. I'm in my fucking golden era, and I'm going to eat, pray, love my shit. I'm in my eat, pray, love era.
You're in your eat, pray, love phase.
Yes, you're damn right I am.
So you're gonna be doing a lot of praying on your own. But speaking of going toward what the fuck Biden's Twitter shit is happening now, all of a sudden he's trying to bring back what is this? More of the student loan bullshit that is unconstitutional.
Oh yeah. He had a tweet. Hold on. Did I put the tweet in there?
You may have. I ended up just grabbing the main note.
Oh, I didn't.
It's okay.
But it's in the Twitter.
Oh, it's
Twitter
in
chat.
It's
in the Twitter chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But statement from President Joe Biden on student loan debt cancellation for more than 800,000 borrowers.
Fucking idiots.
It is fucking ridiculous. How don't people seem to understand that it's not going to do anything good? It's just going to continue to wreck our economy, which they want.
Because nobody cares. Once again, it's the same thing with the credit score. Nobody cares. As long as they are, as long as they get something out of it, they don't care. They don't care where the money comes from. They don't care that the money's being printed out of nowhere. And you know what? Here's another thing. The government doesn't give a fuck about us. They don't care. This debt relief cancellation thing is a government fund. It's a government. What is it? Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And it's a government funded loan. So they don't care. It's not their money. Once again, right. It's not their money. So what do they care?
It's kind of like at that point, then why even give out loans at all?
Right.
Like, it's this weird circle jerk of like money just going around in a circle. It's like when you're in like in a family and you guys do like you give each other gifts and everyone gives each other a gift card. You're like, why don't you just keep your $50? You keep your $50, I'll keep my $50, and just like make me a card and then we'll call it a day.
And number one thing that I'm gonna have to go ahead and repeat, because there's fucking idiots still out there, that if you think that the government is paying for your student loan, you are wrong. That is all of us, because the government itself does not make money. They don't make a fucking product. They are not a business. They are fucking people that just sign papers. It's fucking it. So stop thinking that they are paying for your loan. We are paying. That's it. So stop thinking that it's going to be okay.
And if you think that you're not going to end up paying for it in the end because you don't have a job at the moment, I don't have a job. Wait till you do get a job. We all owe. We all have a price. We should all have jerseys with how much we're worth that change every fucking day. On our back, because that's what we are. We're just what we owe. We're all owed to the government $100,000
At least right now, I think it's like $105,000 a piece or some shit for
Yeah.
our debt.
And if you don't pay it back, they're gonna take it out of your ass.
Oh man.
Oh,
It's what you won't get a tax return. You won't get I'm exempt. You know, you got to make under a certain amount. There's so much you have to do. And if they don't pay, guess who pays? Your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your aunt, your uncle. Everybody else is still paying.
And then everyone,
Yeah.
and I still think it's funny too when people like, because I'm against Social Security personally, and anyone that wants to disagree can. But here's the thing: they're just taking that from you, telling you that you're an idiot, you don't know what you're going to do with your own money, and also guess what it is? Taxable income.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
get fucked with that. Like, come on.
Once again,
Yeah.
you get taxed. The flat tax.
Everything.
The flat tax is the smartest thing to do but they make it out to be so fucking villainous. But if you think about it, if you break down every single thing you buy, every time you get paid,
It's the fairest thing that could happen. Like you want to talk about like fairness here and there, blah blah blah. Like straight shot for everybody. I think that's fair.
Exactly.
I mean,
Guess what? You get to keep more of your money. It puts you at one certain percentage. You don't have to pay any more than that. Why don't we just fucking do that?
you don't have to figure out math every fucking April 15th.
well,
Exactly.
That's why, people who are on welfare, it's really hard for them to get off because by the time they get over that bracket, they'll be literally making less than what they would be if they were still on welfare. So it's just like it's all the same.
It's designed to keep you
stuck in the system.
The system.
Yeah, it's that
To the man.
It's that IV drip. It's that IV drip because it's like, I mean, for you to collect that social or whatever what was it again? I forget. I don't use it in welfare. For you to collect welfare, you have to do so much to get around. Like if you literally just went to work, it'd probably be easier than you figuring out how to stay on welfare.
Oh,
like,
dude, there's motherfuckers.
I can't have this guy.
There's motherfuckers who go to work to make sure that they only make so much to still be on welfare and suck that money from all of us.
Yeah.
I know because I was with a bitch that did that. There's assholes that will fucking do that, and it's ridiculous.
And remember, this is why you have parent or fatherless or motherless homes, is because if they get married to somebody, they're done with that welfare. So they will be with a man, not marry them, or be with a woman and not marry them, so they can stay on welfare, so they don't have to pay. And it's like, so that's one of those things where it's just like, well, we don't have to get married. I'll just stay, you can do your thing. I'll do my thing. We'll stay together, but we won't be married. And it's like, it's not what the point of being in love is. Being in love is to at the end, get married and have a family and be together, and not, hey, for tax purposes, let's not do this. It's a better idea if we just don't get married.
But if you think about it, if we didn't have all this tax stuff, we would have never gotten Capone or Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden. I mean, it's
I know.
They just suck us dry at every, and it's not even good. It's like a toothy suck dry. It's just Scott. Biz, you're muted.
That fucking meme that I saw not too long ago was Taylor Swift looks like she makes music for girls who give toothy head. It's true.
Absolutely.
Just shake it off.
Yeah, that's why.
The guy's trying to.
Oh my god.
But
yeah, she has so many boyfriends.
Listen,
like, no, bro.
She needs a new album. I'm dating
Yeah,
dumping this guy.
The last guy who dated her sees that meme. He's like, now you know why she has so many different men in her life.
It's true. Like she dates a guy to write an album. Every time she's like, all right, I'm out of ideas.
Well, that was hilarious. Like whenever people were like, girl who makes songs about her terrible decisions and men still votes for Biden. Like what the
fuck? It's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. But and then the Supreme Court says it's where is it? Supreme Court says Biden can't do that. Again, like they keep telling them that you can't do it, but they keep going, meh, fuck yeah, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part that's just like
mm-hmm.
You gotta be kidding, because this happened like a year ago or something. That
like
the Supreme
this
Court
is the
said
type
no.
of this is the type of shit to me that I don't understand what oath the military took, because they're not upholding any of it in any way, shape, or form. Like they can get pissed. Somebody can get pissed at me about saying it, but you guys are a bunch of fucking pussies right now, and you're not doing anything to protect us. Period. This guy is literally going against the Supreme Court and the Constitution, and you fuck faces want to act like you are upholding some bullshit when you're not. This is what you need to kick the fuck out.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
A federal appeals court has halted a new regulation designed to make it easier for borrowers defrauded by their schools to receive student loan forgiveness. The Biden administration has implemented new regulations last month to expand access to student debt relief under a key federal discharge program for defrauders, borrowers, but the future of the rules is now uncertain.
And then, yeah, but then, what does I have here? I know. I can understand so many different like articles in there just to show you the contrasting and different things. But
and I want to add to that part that I just said with like the military, whatever else. And I understand some people will say, well, that'll set a bad precedent in the future, and other things will go and get like with it, dude. He's breaking every part of the Constitution, and they have for a long fucking time. I think it's due.
Yeah,
that's me.
Well, yeah, so it says this was in June of this year, actually.
Yeah.
So the Senate wrapped up its term, blah, 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 blah. So in a highly anticipated decision, the Supreme Court on Friday struck down Biden's groundbreaking plan to forgive some or all federal student loan debt for tens of millions of Americans. And by a 6-3 vote, on ideological lines, of course, the High Court ruled that federal law does not authorize the Department of Education to cancel such student loan debt. It's debt. Like it's
a handful of Republican-dominated states, but I love how Kansas is a Democratic state. We have a Democratic governor. It says Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, Arkansas, Kansas, and South Carolina.
Yeah, they had asked the Supreme Court to permanently block the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness plan. The states contended that the president exceeded his legal authority when he implemented a program to cancel up to $20,000 in debt for people holding federal student loans. The merits of the case are fairly straightforward. Does the 2003 law, known as the HEROES Act, give the president and his Secretary of Education the power to authorize student loan forgiveness?
No.
And that was it. And they said no. So, yeah. But still, just trying. Just, well, no, because here's the thing, too, is that I also saw like some comments under his tweet, though, too, is being like, oh, it's about that time again to try to rope-a-dope some votes for the upcoming election.
Yep.
Here we go. Here's another talking point.
They're going to start trying to fucking wrangle people in.
Well, yeah, because people have a memory like a goldfish, and they won't remember that the Supreme Court said, no, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
but that also leads into another freaking bullshit court story with this nonsense. Young environmental activists prevail in first of its kind climate change trial in Montana. And like I said to you guys, so young environmental activists scored the expert's decision as a groundbreaking legal victory Monday when Montana judge said that state agencies were violating their constitutional right to clean and healthful environment by allowing fossil fuel development. The ruling in first of its kind trial in the U.S. adds a small number of legal decisions around the world that will establish a government duty to protect citizens from climate change. How about
that's a bad precedent right there.
How about we do it to the fucking food?
Well, I'm trying to sit here and understand what the fuck right was violated.
It was they had said something about like the government violated their right. Oh, it was like their government violated their rights to clean air and prevent them from climate change because the government
hold on, I'm gonna go check my constitution real quick for the right to clean air and all that shit real quick.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it doesn't exist.
The judge rejected the state's argument that Montana's emissions are insufficient, saying there were a supplemental factor in the environmental change. Montana is a major producer of coal burning for electricity and large oil and gas. Yeah, it has to do with. The ruling really provides nothing beyond emotional support for many cases seeking to establish a public human right or federal constitution. Yeah.
They're like, we just feel better now. That's all we want.
Like, I feel better that, you know, I like these kids, the precedents that they're sitting, and it's just like, you're going to go back and forth. This case will never end.
No.
It's just going to volley back and forth.
I'm going to wait for him to try to make a constitutional amendment for feelings, you know, like.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know,
I don't get it, but okay.
I wish. That's right by me. That place is terrible. It smells like a fucking fart. All right.
But yeah, like I was saying, can we do it to the food industries? Can we sue the food industries for putting plastics in our fucking food, for putting preservatives, for putting
red dye number 5, titanium dioxide? Like, you know, California is banning Skittles from the state because of like the titanium dioxide or whatever that's in the coloring is apparently changes your DNA.
Yeah, can we sue for that? Like, but no, you want to do it for greenhouse emissions. Go fuck yourself is all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, BP refinery. That's right. That's what's out there. Yeah. Right.
I mean, the Frito-Lay's factory right by me smells either like delicious breakfast or fart shit on top of fart shit. I mean,
have you ever driven past a paper mill?
No.
Oh my gosh, it is the worst.
It's pretty bad.
Now, there is one in Cleveland, Tennessee. I had to go there for a job that I was at, and it was gross. And I can't even describe. Like, I can still feel it in my nostrils, but I cannot describe to you the smell.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I can't describe to you the smell of cocaine, but it smells delicious.
The San Francisco treat. I don't know why the
it's like I had from fucking from Blow, and he's like, I can feel my face, but I can't feel my face. That's one of the best.
San Francisco treat. I want this shirt now.
And it should have a bag of like Hunter's cocaine on there or something.
Hunter's Cocaine Company, the San Francisco treat. Holy shit, we gotta get more shirts made. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, we do.
My god. But yeah, I mean, you want clean air. How about we start with clean fucking food? Like, what do we put in our body? You know, like we've been using coal and everything. Like, once again, because we're doing this shit, we're self-important fucking douchebags. We really are. We really think that we're making a difference in the entire world. China don't care. Like, look at the militaries and everything like that. You know, China, Russia, all of them have this strong ass military, and we're here going, "Hey guys, you want to chop your wiener off? We'll pay for it. Join the Navy." Like, what the fuck?
Uncle Sam wants you.
Yeah, Uncle Sam wants you to cut your wiener
Uncle
off.
Sally wants you.
Yeah, Uncle Sally wants you. There you go.
Listen, Don't say that, because in the next year or two, it's probably going to end up changing. It's going to change to Uncle Sally wants you. It will.
Yeah, it's not going to be Rosie the Riveter anymore. It's
No.
going to be Richard.
Yeah. And
with a beard and bright red lipstick. I swear to you, it's going to happen.
Right.
Like, I understand. Listen, we've come so far as a country. Like, everybody talks about how racist we are now. Do you understand how racist everybody used to be? And we've come so far, and you still want to claim racism? Like, give me a break. Here's an idea. There's no racism. Everybody's just an asshole and self-important. That's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it comes down to. Everybody is self-important and an asshole, and they want power. Everybody wants power, and that is all it's about. It's about power. And once you have that power, it goes right to your fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter
that's
what
one
color
reason
you
why
are.
I mean, that's one of the arguments that I have with people whenever I talk about term limits, and some people don't want it and shit. I'm like, that's because in my mind and most people's mind, whenever you're in there for so long, you're corrupted by then. So that's why we like to have new people in and out. And that's also another reason why I have also said that, like, with the trading and all that stuff, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. But that's if you are only in there for so long, which, I mean, people are going to try to do what they do, but we need to keep them as straight as possible, and they're not.
Yeah. I'm going to side tangent real quick. So Elise Stefanik today on Truth Social put out a statement talking about it's like 2-year anniversary since the disastrous pullout from Afghanistan, which is all good and fine. Yeah, it was horrible. Like, everything that happened there was awful, but I replied to her and I was like, yeah, that's all well and good and stuff, but like, besides these statements and you guys doing these like pat on your back like committee hearings and for your 24-hour news cycle clips, can you just start doing something about it, please?
Right.
Like, I'm sick and tired of these Republicans who, like, you're listening to this. Is anybody who's ever listened to the committee hearings as much as I have, or even less, if you watch it in full and you see like the clips that are pulled out that people are always like, oh snap, I can't believe they got that. A lot of times it's out of like context, and you're just like, you could have asked them a better question that was on topic from what the person before you was talking about. It has nothing to do with getting down to like the nitty gritty of things. It's all about the 24-hour news cycle and them getting a viral clip because, campaign season is right upon us. And it's just like, stop talking, do something.
We're going to see a lot of that.
Do nothing Republicans have always been. Ted Cruz has been talking since 2014 about getting rid and voting against the Obamacare and shit. And just talk. No one does anything.
Nope.
No
one does shit. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm so pissed about stuff too. It's like, I'm the same way. All it is political posturing. And like, then McCarthy and all them want to talk a big fucking game and try to put this shit through that they knew was not going to fucking happen. We're glad that you think that you might want to try to put some shit through, but you're not going to get this stuff done. And whenever you assholes had fucking power before, you didn't do it. So when is everybody going to wake up and see that neither side is for us? Like, that's the worst thing.
We also have to hold like the Freedom Caucus that hold their feet to the fire. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Byron Donaldson, you, Matt Gaetz, you, Lauren Boebert, all you guys. You had put in your provision to vote for McCarthy after we sat there for freaking days hearing Hakeem Jeffries every 5 freaking seconds. And you're like, well, McCarthy, like, if you do one thing, we can vote you out. He's done like 50, like, vote him out. Like,
and he hasn't gotten voted out yet. It was all
posturing, and for people to be like, oh, look at those are the MAGA Republicans to get people on their side. It's disgusting. It's gross. I'm done. I'm over it. And that's it. And I'm telling you right now, and I've said this before, the Republican Party, like, what it is done. It's done and it's over with, because you can see the fighting between like the, as they call them, the MAGA Republicans, and like the GOP, like the old GOP,
the establishment,
like wanting it to stay the establishment and trying so hard. You got the Chris Christies and the Mike Pences, and you got the Ben Shapiro's all like, oh, we got to do the Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, all those.
And then
cons.
you know, but then you have like Vivek, who's trying to do like the whole MAGA thing too, and it just like they're all fighting each other, and it's just like,
yeah. And see,
you can't
and
even
that,
find out what the definition of a conservative is. And then you got the Christian conservatives on the other side that's going like farther right to like the Nick Fuentes type shit.
Yeah, they're getting like, a little bit too on that side.
On? Everybody has lost their ever loving mind.
It's tribalism. Tribalism at its best is happening right now. It's really doing it.
It is. It's like, you know how like you can tell a leftist by like the way that they dress and like talk and stuff, and it's like happening on the right too, and you're just like, so we're gonna do like this whole collectivist Marxist thing on both sides. Okay.
Yep. That's what it seems like.
Did you see? Speaking of Vivek, did you see him rapping Eminem? Eminem at the Iowa State Fair.
It was pretty decent.
But it's, have you ever seen a fucking presidential candidate rap?
Okay, I'm sorry. That is like the 1992 version of Bill Clinton playing the fucking saxophone. I'm not going to give him credit for doing that. I'm sorry. I am pissed at everybody today. So I know you all love. I know you love him. I know you do.
I like him to an extent. I still
giving me grifter vibes.
No, he gives me grifter vibe too, to some extent. Like I like some of the shit that he says, but I also am very weary, and I know he's a cunt.
I don't know,
because he's a politician.
I think
so
he's
I'm not going to give any of them room.
I think he's just trying to be different. I don't know. I give the dude the benefit of the doubt. I think he's trying to be different and say.
Well, but there's one problem with one word you said, which I don't like, is
he's
the
a politician.
trying.
Oh yeah.
Just be different. Just do you. Yeah. Like I can, but I see what you're saying. But it's
that
also
is different. That is different.
He came out of nowhere. He's saying everything. He's sweet talking everyone and saying what they want to hear. But I hope that the feeling that I have deep inside my soul is wrong.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that it is, but I don't think so.
Mama J's big giant red heart, but she's got one little black spot, and it's got Vivek's name on it.
I don't know if it's because his campaign kept giving me the runaround or what.
Yeah, no. Listen, I get it.
Hey,
I get it.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking pissed too, and I'm still like, and I like the dude, but dude, that was
which we'll clip this, and I'm gonna go ahead and tag him on there. What do we have? 43-minute mark. Hey Vivek, get your ass on here.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Stop dodging us. Stop dodging us. We've been.
You want to run for the people? Talk to the small motherfuckers. We ain't nobody. Come talk to us.
Yeah. I mean, we've been trying to talk to you and get you on and everything since right before the fucking train hit.
I know.
But you know what?
Every single freaking person. It's like right before, and we're like,
yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's like, and we've said nice things about you, and we've been on your side ever since. The little black spot in all our hearts is the fact that your team has given us the fucking runaround since I DM'd you and you said get with the team, and then all of a sudden your team kept switching it up. They kept switching people. Oh yeah, now it's Dominic. Oh yeah, it's Jesse. Now yeah, it's Todd. No, I mean I DM'd you. You asked me to follow Slack. We follow Slack, but dude. Like,
well, here's the one thing is like,
and we only asked for, I'm sorry, but we only asked for 5-10 minutes from the beginning. Right. We knew that you were busy.
I may have asked for 30.
I don't even care about
30 minutes. We still asked for 30 minutes of his entire day. He could have done it from his podcast studio because he does his own fucking podcast, which also aggravated the fuck.
They asked me in the beginning that he would really like to do it live, and I was like, but he's got a podcast. Like, I don't understand why you want to do it live with us. Like,
but even still, like, 30 minutes.
Like in person.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, which would be nice, but that's the whole thing is like, we're small, we're remote,
but it was even better. He didn't have to fucking leave his house.
Yeah.
He didn't have to leave his fucking house. Oh, he asked for 30 minutes from his house. And that's what, like me, like I said, I still vote for him because I think he's a good choice, but it's still, there's a part of me, it's like, dude, go fuck yourself. I like you, But I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that person too, because that's how we are. We're the no people. Sorry. Whenever somebody has an idea and we don't think it's a good idea, we're gonna tell you no. We're not fucking yes people.
Yeah.
We're not yes people. I'm sorry.
No.
You're not gonna get that from us.
Right.
I don't. You don't know how hard I have been trying to like get on the train.
Yeah.
Get on the rim of Schwa. I can't. I just can't do it.
But everybody, and this is what I don't know. Were we talking about it, or I was talking to somebody about this? But you need somebody to tell you fucking no. You need a friend, or you can't have everybody tell you yes.
Like me with Kennedy. Whenever Jackie was about Kennedy, I was like,
no.
But you need a friend.
Right, bitch.
Like nobody nobody ever told Joe Biden no, and that's why he's president in '97. You know what I mean? Like you need somebody to tell you fucking no sometimes if they don't think it's a good idea. You need that one friend, because everybody who has yes people, they like the whole we were talking about it on Sunday with whatchamacallit, with Lizzo. The whole fucking Lizzo thing.
Oh yeah.
Like you need somebody to go, no, I'm not gonna fucking eat. I'm not gonna do that with a banana, or take you to the side and go, hey, do you think that's a fucking good idea? Like, do you really think that doing that with people is a good idea? If you do, I'm out. I'm out. And if we're good friends and we've been friends for a long time, and I'm out, and you think you continue to do that, and then you come back to me and be like, well, no, I fucking told you.
That's funny you say that. It's like. It's one of those, like, it's almost like a trope thing that I think of right now. It's like not enough people have asked you what the fuck is wrong with you, and it shows.
Yes.
And that goes out to a lot of fucking people.
Yes. Exactly.
I say that every day.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Somebody, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Who the fuck told you to wake up that way this morning? Okay.
Right?
Like you need a person in your life to tell you fucking no, or you need a person in your life to tell you, hey man, you're getting a little too big for your britches. Maybe you need to tone it down a little.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to turn it down.
The emperor who had no clothes.
Yeah.
It's like, look at me. Am I right? I look great. And everyone's like,
no, you don't.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking dick, doesn't he? Yeah. He looks like a fucking asshole. Yeah. He's
It
great.
does hang low. Whoa.
But yeah. But like I said, we've all been pulling you. We've all been pulling for you from the beginning, Vivek. But
not me. Sorry. I'm
not gonna lie.
I'm the no person in this situation.
But you like Kennedy, so it doesn't matter.
He's the no person.
No, I'm the half and half, because there's times where he has rubbed me wrong away, and it ain't about anything else besides that he seems a little too
on the nose.
A little too on the nose, because we get a lot of those politicians that are sure gonna talk that motherfucking game.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess the way he does it is different. And like I said, I'm sick and tired of the mic. We're going to get the school choice. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
But Vivek says it with a really smart, good, well-spoken, definitive style. So that will bring some people in.
Too smart for our dummy butts.
Yeah, whenever I talk,
maybe that's it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I would end up being like,
dude.
I would end up being like my cousin. He was in the Marines, and then he went in the communication technology and shit. And he like ran some decent businesses, but he was like, when he was in on meetings and they started getting all smart, he like looked at me. He's like, "Shut up and talk to me like I'm a grunt." That's what I want to tell Vivek. Yeah. Talk to us all like we're grunts, like we're all fucking 5-year-olds. I don't care what these $10 fucking words you have. Tell us what the fuck is going to happen, and like we don't need all the smart talk all the time, which is cool and all, but not for everybody.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll be honest though, if all these other people who are running on the Republican ticket would like do half the stuff that Vivek's doing, they would go up in the polls.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
like Chris Christie is a dummy.
He's a
you
bitch.
Think he's a fat fucking dummy?
He's a dummy.
I
He needs to go back to Paramus.
Absolutely.
Like I don't know. Like he got to go.
To be honest with you, Bridgegate didn't give a fuck about. You know when I started really disliking him? The fucking the beach picture. That
Oh,
piece of
when he was
shit
in-
closed the beaches down, and then
I
there's his
remember
fat
that.
ass sitting on the chair on the beach.
I
You
remember
close
that,
the beach down, and there you are as like as you are a sperm whale sitting on the beach like,
This
remember that.
fucking turd.
where's everybody? Oh yeah, trying to close the beach down. You see what I did? You're a piece of shit.
Mhm.
And you know,
Yeah.
and like I said, I don't care about Bridgegate. Close the bridge. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You close the beach down because of
Yeah.
there's nobody on that. And once again, the Republican Party, and once again, this is why I call myself a rhino, is because the Republican Party has no fucking backbone. They want to keep playing by the rules while the Democrats are out there doing whatever the fuck they want.
There aren't
They're waving-
any rules. They're
they're
playing
waving-
it. They're playing Monopoly, and Democrats are playing Sorry,
Yeah.
or Boggle. Like they're
Yep.
playing two different games.
Yeah.
Like there's two different instruction manuals here.
No, well, actually, they're all playing Monopoly. It just looks like the fucking Democrats are playing Boggle and the Republicans are playing fucking Jumanji, you know?
No,
but
well,
they're all
one's
playing Monopoly. But
the
they're
other
all
one's
playing
Monopoly Junior.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Democrats are sitting there going, "We don't want guns," yet they're waving guns in the air like, "This is great!" Like, what are we doing here? And the Republicans are like, "No, now everybody put your guns away. You see, we have them concealed like we're supposed."
know.
Shut the fuck up.
We need dirty. It's gonna sound bad, but
Say
we
it slowly.
need, dirty Republicans. We need someone that's gonna get down and dirty.
No, we do.
And not. That's why Trump was such a polarizing force, because he was saying the things that Republicans, actual Republicans, normal people, Republicans, not these people that are calling themselves conservatives, because that term means nothing anymore. It means absolutely nothing. I couldn't even tell you what the definition is,
Asshole.
And he was, and he came in there and he just blew it up, and he called people out on their shit. I loved it because, like I was saying, I started listening to politics on the daily, all day, every day. Back in 2013, I was in the car all day.
You want to
so that's
speak
all I
it?
listened to.
You want to hear about a politician to make it a little bit dirty for everybody that's going to be running, but not for somewhat major, but nothing super major, but we'll see what happens. How about the AK guy?
The AK guy?
Brandon Herrera. He's going to run for Congress, which is fucking awesome.
I've heard that name.
Oh, yeah. Of course you have. Anyone who's watched any sort of Garand Thumb videos, it's the 2A community, anything like that, this man is well known. And also, he went to y'all, Young Americans for Liberty with Little Scotty and stuff. He went to some of their conventions. He has also spoken in front of Congress before on some issues pertaining to 2A and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and hear what he has to say about him announcing.
I announced I am going to be running for Congress.
That's why I'm running for Congress.
We need him on the pod.
I will be challenging the establishment Republican
Brandon
Tony
Herrera
Gonzalez for the District 23 congressional seat in the Republican primary for 2024. What I guess inspired this is that a large number of the politicians that liberty-loving Americans have turned to defend these ideals have failed. It's like once they win their first election, they feel untouchable in the primaries.
Yep.
We have to remind them that if they fail to uphold their oath to defend the Constitution, we will primary them, we will campaign against them, and we will win.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
Now, if there's ever a politician that I would try to vote for, that would be Brandon Herrera. Now, he has never done politics before, but he's going to start getting named as a politician. But he upholds the Second Amendment. He upholds the Constitution, period. But especially the First and Second Amendment. He's an FFL himself. He arms dealer and shit. So it's like, we need this kind of guy in our fucking government.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not for nothing, I thought that was going to be Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, but Marjorie Taylor Greene has just become the AOC of the Republican Party.
Yeah, she is. I cannot stand her.
I can't stand her.
And I'm sorry. And Lauren Boebert had her moments, but she's fucking annoying. I really don't like her either, to be honest.
What happened was it was the posturing, and that's what it is. It's it's gotten to the point where you know the Democrats are going to do like their political posturing and stuff like that. And what happened? It just got lame. It's like you guys got lame.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how else to say it. It's just like it's nerdy. Stop doing it.
It absolutely is.
It's disingenuous too.
Well, but that's a bad thing. You're gonna have fucking douchebags on the right that'll just vote for her because she's hot.
Well, no, but here's the thing though, and the reason why I think we're so disillusioned by it is because, like I said before, of all the talk is cheap. They went in there saying that they're going to do something, and we had the faith that they were actually going misguided faith that they're actually going to do something. But no, what we have is a bunch of people just talking, getting our hopes up, and then doing nothing. And the thing that changed was that they kind of switched up in their talk and how they talked than from before, when they would say they would have grandstand and everything, and people would be like, okay, they're not going to do anything. But then they changed their tune and started sounding a little bit more like Donald Trump, and thinking that people were like, oh, they're actually going to do something about it. But then they're just like any other Republican, not doing anything. I'm over it. If you can't tell, I'm just freaking over it.
Yeah, and I am completely with you. I'm completely with you. They're all shit, and they all turn to what they say they don't like, and it's and I'm done with it. I really am.
It seems like every single politician, no matter what, like, and I'm sorry, and I'm even gonna say this for Trump until he gets in office and proves some shit. No matter what, even whenever they come out firing and they do some decent stuff, they all become shells of their former self that don't fucking do anything anymore, and then they start bowing to motherfuckers and like trying to work with things and stuff like that. And that's one thing that I agree with John Burke on. Also, people say that Trump wasn't a politician before he got in and stuff, and the more that I look at things, the more that I agree with Burke in is the fact that he's always been sort of a politician. He makes deals. The motherfucker wrote a book called The Art of the Deal. Like, and politicians make deals, and that's all they do.
Looking into going into a presidency and stuff since 2008.
Absolutely.
And people don't remember this because of the Reform Party. He's been looking to run for president before 2016 for almost 10 years.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm on a weird level today.
I like it.
Are you weird?
We get contrarian, Jackie. I like it.
Is it Mama Blackpill today?
You know what? Hold on. Let me look at my calendar. It's about that time.
I said it 10 minutes ago. I was like, is it time to want another baby? Is that what it is? Is that time of the month?
No. It's about that time. It's like I've told you. We saw, dude, we had Black Pill Davy last week, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I'm telling you, it is this ebb and flow, and it's my turn.
Mama Blackpill. It's
Mama Blackpill. I like that.
Week.
That's it.
Because I mean, listen,
what?
It gets to a point where you're just like, this is just nobody's gonna fucking learn, and that's what I mean. Like, when people are just self-absorbed with themselves. Yeah. And to be honest with you, like, and I keep going back to it. If you go back to like the Bible or like, the Constitution, they give you the set your base. You know what I mean? They give you a base to go off of. And like the Constitution, the first 10 amendments are the base. And we don't need anything else. Just go off that. Just go off the first 10 amendments. We don't need anything else. You have a base of this is what you want, this is what you want, this is what you want, this is what you get, this is what you get, this is it. And that's all you need. We don't need laws for fucking, seatbelt laws. We don't need, speed laws. And it's for your safety. It's for your safety. Hey, here's an idea. My own safety is my fucking business. How about that?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that there was a motherfucker who wrote a quote a long time ago, and I believe his name was Benjamin Franklin, that said, if you give up safety for freedom and freedom for safety, you deserve neither.
Yeah.
And get none.
Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of, I just wanted to bring this up because speaking of like the amendments and everything, so this is from our favorite governor,
the next wannabe president of the United States.
The next president of
We have
Shitsville.
next up Dollar General Bradley Cooper.
Kimberly Guilfoyle's ex-husband. I'm never I'm never letting it down. All right. So Gavin Newsom, he said, "New California has officially introduced a U.S. constitutional amendment to end the gun violence epidemic in this nation. The American people want action. Congress has refused. It is up to the states to step in." Why did I sound like Alex Jones right there? Anyway,
you gotta step
turn the friggin' frogs gay.
The American right and safety as well ensure for gun safety freedoms.
I'm kind of. I don't know if I told you this, Joe, but I'm kind of retarded. All right,
I use that one all the time. Like I feel like I do that all the time. I feel kind of retarded today. Done. So the right to safety will enshrine 4 gun safety freedoms. They're not freedoms.
Right.
It's funny. So gun safety freedoms. Okay, so we're gonna raise the age to purchase a gun to 20.
That is some serious fucking reverse gaslight double speak bullshit.
Yeah,
wow.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
I know. I swear, the language that they use, you gotta look at it and like analyze it. Like,
and that's the thing is, all of them use it. It doesn't matter what side. They all use the same gaslighting bullshit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It says universal background checks, because you don't get any background checks when you purchase a weapon. Now,
stupid.
I can understand
the whole thing that they're trying to go for with that. I mean, they want to keep saying that there's some loophole, blah blah. But it ain't that. They want to make sure that if I give my gun to my son, that I have to background check him. Like it's all that type of bullshit. It's personal background checks.
Yeah. A waiting period for gun purchases and banning civilian purchases of assault weapons. And I like how they use the word assault weapons.
Yeah. Yep.
You know why, right?
they use it? Because
it's open-ended.
There's no
exactly.
Yeah,
yep.
It's open-ended. They can just anything you want. They could just say no, that's an assault weapon.
Hey, Gavin Newsom. Hitler came up with the term assault weapon. Quit being a Nazi. Stop it.
Russian music.
Yeah. Gavin has that shit playing in his car every morning.
Yeah. That's what he wakes up to. Instead of taps, that's what he wakes up.
Well, then Illinois did this, which is another horrible state. The Illinois Supreme Court finds assault weapons ban constitutional.
That is fucking crazy. And I want to hear what Scotty has to say about this. I need to talk to him about this.
Yeah, we need to have listen, we need to start having some of the crew back on.
Yeah,
some of the guys from the earlier days, because we need them, we haven't had them on in a while, but it's how.
Well, okay, so the Illinois State Supreme Court found a strict assault weapons ban passed after the Highland Park shooting to be constitutional in a ruling issued Friday. The ruling came in response to a lawsuit that claimed that the ban violated the Equal Protections Clause of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The court reversed a lower court finding and said that the law does not violate the Equal Protections Clause. However, the Supreme Court did not comment on claims that the law also violated the Second Amendment. In the ruling, which was a 4-3, it was a 4-3 ruling, Justice Elizabeth Rockford wrote, "First, we hold that the exemptions neither deny equal protection nor constitute special legislation because plaintiffs have not sufficiently alleged that they are similarly situated to and treated differently from the exempt classes. Second, plaintiffs expressly waived in the circuit court any independent claim to the restrictions so it didn't infringe the Second Amendment, and the failure to cross appeal is a jurisdictional bar to. All right, Paul, I don't know what that means.
But I almost threw my vape at the screen. I almost threw my vape. Yeah. Do you see what it says on the right? On the right, where that lady is now.
Gun violence is
Another
an epidemic.
fucking epidemic.
They're gonna try and
How many
gaslight motherfuckers.
fucking times are they gonna use that word?
Mm-hmm.
How
Well,
many
here's the
times?
thing.
Everything's a fucking epidemic.
Well, all right. So
Well,
I
and like,
saw that article about what happened in Illinois, and 4 months. And I will tell you, 4 months on Twitter. I don't know why I kept get promoted to me, but it did. Was the Gavin Newsom thing about coming up with an amendment? He wanted to make the 28th Amendment or whatever. And that popped up, and I was like, okay, so we have to talk about this, because if that's the next article is saying that someone is saying that because it's been something that's been out there, like, oh, gun violence is an epidemic. Well, we have climate change going on right now. It's going to hit a pivot point at some point, and it's going to go back to guns again. And when is that going to be?
Election season,
right?
Yeah. So I would predict in the next 3 months we're going to hear an even bigger push for gun restrictions. And
they're gonna try to they're gonna try to push for more of that assault weapons ban. And Issa Wooby asked as someone in the firearms business, what is their definition of assault weapon? See, that's the whole thing, is that it's like there isn't anything could be a fucking assault weapon, but they're gonna give you a bunch of fucking propaganda and shit for it to even be like that. But in general, assault weapons are semi-automatic firearms with a large magazine of ammunition that were designed and configured for rapid fire and combat use. But that's a bunch of fucking bullshit, because everything is an assault weapon. My fucking phone is a fucking assault weapon. Why? Because I'm crazy, for one, but I also know how to use it right. Anybody can fucking use things for assault weapons. I can use this. This is aluminum. I can beat the fuck out of somebody with my tumbler.
Made a pencil.
Yeah, an assault weapon. Yeah, he goddamn shoved in somebody's fucking face. Like,
he made a favorite skewer.
Still my favorite scene. Hi.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me. My hammer is assault. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It's
what? Never mind.
But they leave it.
Whoopi doesn't have a hammer. He's got 2 kids, but
hammer down, buddy. But that's the whole thing, is that they do leave it open ended like that, so that way they have the ability to change terminology as they keep going. Like the same way with the ATF. And the ATF, any fucking thing that they have ever said that they have made a law or changed up is unconstitutional, completely null and void, repugnant. There's no way that
they don't
anybody.
Make laws.
No, they don't. Congress makes the fucking law. They enforce it. That's it.
We have to have Whoopi on and Dutch Reaper. We have to have them both.
Oh yeah, I do for sure.
Because Whoopi was a firearm. He was in the firearms business. I don't know. I think he sold it because the ATF came knocking on his fucking door.
Yep.
Because somebody somebody didn't file something or get rid of something. He told me, but right now I can't think because I'm on the spot.
Some shit. Yeah.
Something small, they didn't file something or get rid of something the right way, and they went and fucking fined them. They fined them.
Ridiculous.
Because for nothing other than not destroying paperwork or something like that. And it's like, and they just came in out of fucking nowhere. Like, and they can do that to anybody. They think they can come in your house and just take, hey, let me see your firearms. Hey, go fuck yourself. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we know you bought this. We bought that.
This is what's going to happen. It's not going to be a push on individuals like freedoms. I personally don't think it's going to be about the individuals. What it's going to be is that there's going to be a push. There's going to be a tight squeezing of the
firearms industry.
Yes. The people that sell the guns, the people that sell them and make them.
That's why they that's why they were trying to push MasterCard and all that shit to start making firearm and ammo purchases a separate purchase. Where it was on its own code and shit.
Different coding.
That's the whole thing, is like how you were talking about. They know that you bought. They know. They shouldn't know anything. That's literally illegal for the ATF to keep any sort of a fucking list on you, and they've already admitted that they have it. But they are not allowed to do that. Period.
Yeah. Statistics at one point was a nail gun killed more people than a quote unquote assault weapon. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, more people died from fucking refrigerators and shit falling on them than
Man,
that.
boy, man, I'm waiting for him to fucking ban cars.
Oh,
You know, like-
hold on. I have to find this. So, hon, Biz, pull up the. Actually,
pull it up, Jamie.
Here, I'm gonna send it to you because I need to find something else. But you need to talk about this too while we're actually talking about it. It's about Google.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right, pull it up, and I gotta look for something else real quick.
Google's new global censorship tool was introduced today
yeah.
at 9:10 a.m. via an email press release. According to Latoya Drake, head of Google News Initiative, instead of global internet censorship, Global calls it fact-check tools. Its purpose is to eliminate dissent on any topic Google selects. Go fuck
They're going to
yourselves.
It's going to be eliminating all sorts of shit, and this is going to play in toward
Oh, look who they're look at that. Their partners are the UN and the WHO.
This is going to be this is going to play into election interference and shit too. Absolutely.
I just tried it. Wait, a place.
Wait, what?
I was looking at the whatchamacallit, at one of the links that were under it.
On? Yeah.
Oh, the toolbox. This, and let's see what it says here. A place for you to add and view your claim review markup, allowing access to Google, Bing, Facebook. Whoa, excuse me. Whoa, hold on.
Wait, what? A place for you to add and view your claim review markup, allowing easy access to Google, Bing.
Facebook, researchers, and other interest parties. Access to this tool is restricted via Google Search Console. To start creating markups for your site, ask your webmaster to follow these steps to give you access. Oh, I guess like, if you prefer. Okay, I don't know what, but it says Google fact check tools.
So but
still, Google, Bing, Facebook, and researchers and other interests. Once again, the assault weapon blanket. It's the assault weapon blanket. That's all it is. And other interested parties.
Mm-hmm. I said, I once had an intruder break in, and I was naked, so I had to use my hammer on him, and now I'm on a different list. So he answered your question about the hammer. That's my man. Do that. That's the list you want to be on. Then.
I'm trying to see the other one. Not exhausted includes both organizations. I'm trying to see what this list is that they're giving out. What is it? This list, it says page 71 of other partners interested in fine print on this website. So I guess this is the people who they're partnering with.
Yeah.
Okay.
News organizations. Not exhausted includes both organizations and their parent companies in cases where each of these not exhausted industries. So these are the news corporations, I'm guessing, that are allowed to tell you whether or not it's okay.
Of course.
These are all ABC News.
Of course, all the ABC. Let's go look for Fox. You know it's gonna be on
that'll
there.
be all the way down there.
FX News. FX News, really?
Up.
Fox News.
We fucking knew it, man. Everything is bought and paid for.
Well, no, here's the thing. Of course, Fox News would be on there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all mainstream media shit and everything.
Right.
Else.
It's all, yeah. And that's what it is. So they're basically what it's going to do. So would someone's Substack come up? If you have an independent journalist that's doing, work out in like Ukraine or whatever, and there's like a specific title that they give you, would their Substack come up if you did a Google search?
Right.
Trying to see if Mug Club's on there.
Huh?
I'm trying to see if there's Mug Club's on there. You just find out that fucking Steven Crowder is part of this list. So
I
you
wouldn't
can do
be
it.
surprised, but I doubt it.
But
You're
well,
almost
here's
there.
the thing. It doesn't. Yeah.
I doubt he is, but who
No.
knows?
So, but it's
Mumbrella.
not. It's
Mumbrella. Can I get the
And-
news?
I just want to make it clear, though. Like, I know for me, I'm not saying that the people who are part of that list are like in cahoots or anything with Google. It's what it's gonna do is that if you have people that leave like an organization and become independent journalists or whatever, like a Lara Logan or something like
Or
that.
Dave Bondi.
Their stuff won't come up.
Mhm.
So so it's not for right now. For right now, you can have a lot of other people, but you think about like in the future, like
but-
when all of us are dead and gone, like, and you got new people coming up.
But already, whatchamacallit, but YouTube is doing that.
Yeah, they're
YouTube only puts on the front page or like
Right.
or puts on like ABC. Like if you're watching something, the next thing that comes up, if you're watching like a Tim Pool or something like that, the next thing that comes up is like a Fox News or a CNN
right.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
it's
that
not
tool is gonna start killing off shit. That's what I was saying. It's gonna start killing off shit before this election. It's gonna interfere
Yeah.
in a lot of stuff,
Oh, yeah.
information, and all
Absolutely, absolutely. But Biz, you had said something about vehicles, and I needed to bring this up.
that. Mm-hmm.
So this was April of under under the veil of darkness. So Biden's illegal move to ban vehicle internal combustion engines.
That's
Okay.
fucking ridiculous.
So according to multiple news reports, the administration will propose regulations on tailpipe emissions for vehicles manufactured in the year 2027 and after. These rules will de facto ban internal combustion engines, or ICE. Moreover, the regulations will fundamentally alter the industrial base of the United States. Under the proposed rules, the EPA would limit the emissions that each car company's fleet of vehicles could emit. The proposed rules would be so draconian that in time car companies would only produce EVs. So
It's fucking stupid.
Dan Bongino was talking about this, I think, last week.
Mhm.
And it actually reminds me of, I think the EPA had put out some rules about the EPA has done this before when it
Mhm.
comes to the amount of emissions a vehicle can emit. So this isn't new, but I think what's happening is that they're getting more stringent in what they're asking for. So I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it was about 6-7 years ago about how Volkswagen falsified a bunch of their emissions data
Mhm.
and got caught doing it. And now what did you see
Yeah.
Volkswagen is doing? They're not doing combustion engines anymore. They went to full EV, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they're more electric now. Yeah.
Exactly.
That shit was hilarious because they put out their cars and it said that they were like well below the emission limits or whatever else, but then when they
Mhm.
actually put them out, it was way over, like big
Yeah.
time, way over.
Yeah.
I
And I remember because at the time I lived near a Volkswagen manufacturer in Tennessee. So I was like, dang.
I don't want to go back to it.
Yeah, you do.
But I found a little
Yes,
bit.
you do. Go back,
found-
baby. Go back.
But I kept going on the string. Google's algorithms are designed to delete websites that criticize topics such as COVID-19 statistics, the World Bank, the FBI crime statistic, pharma GKB, the One World global government. Other topics: global warming statistics provided by the International Panel on Climate Change based in Geneva. The World Health Organization's finding on any topic they select. I don't know. Anheuser-Busch Baldwinville Brewery. Why?
What?
That's ridiculous. Probably because
I
they're
don't know.
the only
They're
reason why I would see
criticizing.
them
Criticizing carbon. Speaking of the cars, carbon emissions. The United Nations
okay.
Energy statistics database, the energy protection. So if you criticize any of this shit, it will not be allowed on.
Yeah.
And like you were just
George Orwell's like, I literally wrote a movie to warn you people about this.
But this right here is what you were just talking about.
Yep.
If you criticize carbon emissions, or the fact that carbon emissions exist, you're not gonna fucking find it.
You're not gonna find it, folks. Though it would be an appropriate time to like show the Duconomy video again.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Artichoke.
You gotta find it.
Oh,
Here it is. I got it.
Okay. The Do Black card?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm saving this video because I swear to you, like every month, like people have to watch this.
Send me as a matter of fact, send me that video because I'm gonna post that on TikTok.
Yeah,
send it to me in a Discord. Send it to the Discord, please.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
In our chat.
I'm trying to do 5 things at once. I'm so excitable today. Okay.
Mama Black Pill.
Yeah, because this is one that a lot of people don't fucking know about.
Oh, I know.
It's insane. And we just stumbled upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're starting, Whoopi. It's called the Business Party Network.
In 2018, the United Nations released an urgent report emphasizing the need to cut carbon emissions in half by 2030 in order to avoid an irreversible climate crisis. The average consumer in Sweden causes around 10 tons of carbon emissions each year, of which 60% is linked to consumption. This spring, Duconomy took its fight against climate change one step further by adding a premium credit card to its offer. But instead of introducing a premium credit card with the typical benefits that encourages further mass consumption, Duconomy did the opposite by launching Do Black, the world's first credit card with a carbon limit. Simply put, it's the first credit card ever to stop you from overspending. Not based on your available funds, but rather on the levels of CO2 emissions caused by your consumption.
Overspending.
Do Black helps you track your climate impact and ensures that you reduce it by 50% in line with the UN 2030 recommendation.
The core purpose of Do Black is not only the ability to measure the impact of your consumption, but also bringing it to a direct halt, making it a radical tool against climate change.
For years, credit cards have put a limit on our credit. Do Black puts a limit on our impact. The launch generated thousands of registrations and global media coverage, but more importantly, triggered the conversation around the impact of consumption. The introduction of Do Black was a wake-up call to commercial and financial industries alike, and generated an overwhelming interest and willingness to enter an era of greater responsibility. It would seem that putting a carbon impact limit on consumption isn't such a radical concept after all.
What? This was new. It's Do Black. I'm more virtuous than you.
Yeah, didn't they didn't they leave a part out too?
What part?
Did they show the back of did they show that?
Yeah, they showed the back of the
number
card,
13.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying the 13th part of it.
Whoopi
Okay.
just said, "What the actual fuck? That is the dumbest thing I've heard today." Yeah, I forget that we need to play the things that we used to play over again because not everybody has been here and not everybody has seen all this shit.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
We've played this a couple times, but not for nothing. Every time she's holding up the card and she goes, "You want to Do Black?" And I'm just like,
what are we talking about here exactly?
Ma'am, excuse me. Which one do you want? Which Do Black? What? I'm not opposed to it, but yeah, Do Black. But
well,
yeah,
I feel like it's appropriate for what's going on today. Like,
absolutely, yes.
It's insane because it just keeps happening.
Over and once again, we're telling everybody, just like we've been telling everybody for the last year and whatever we've been doing this. Like, we've been telling everybody all this shit. and nobody wants to listen. No, people, it comes up and all of a sudden it's just like, what if I need eggs and milk for the kids and I've already reached, you're fucked. You're fucked.
You're done.
Mm-hmm.
You've reached the limit. You're done. It'll
Right.
deny your transaction. And that was what, 2018 that video came out? I think she said 2018, 2019. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was 4 or 5 years ago.
Which is crazy because
what's crazy? So Dukeonomy, the company itself, started in 2017, and within the first year of the company existing, they were already connected and doing stuff with the UN.
Oh yeah, that was the only reason why they were fucking made or anything, was for shit for shit like that. That's it.
Well, and the card itself, like the Dukeonomy card or whatever itself, is fairly ish new, because it was the summer of 2021 when Dukeonomy, at the time, they were partnered up with not just MasterCard but also Barclays.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a contest in New York City for like tech people to come up with a way to integrate this carbon emissions system to a credit card. And they had a contest to have like these groups of people like do it. So I don't know, obviously what came out of it is this bullshit. That I'm more virtuous than you card,
Exactly. That's what it is.
No, Whoopi, it's worse than that. What's next? They're gonna monitor my farts and I'm gonna be fine. Yeah. It's you're gonna be just like whatchamacallit, just like in Demolition Man. Whenever you curse, you're gonna be charged credits, and probably the same thing. Every time you flatulate or something like that,
I'm gonna be cussing like a storm for shit tickets.
Dude, I'm
Fuck
gonna
this.
There's another company.
Shit tickets,
right.
yeah.
I know I just talked about Dukeonomy, but if you want to know more about, so there's this company Watershed, and which is actually really funny because they actually heard Steve Bannon talk about it for like 2 seconds a while. But if you look into this company Watershed, they are backed by Sequoia, who backed PayPal and YouTube. In funding and stuff. But so this company Watershed, basically it's kind of like a company version of Dukeonomy, in the sense that companies will send their production information to Watershed so they can, it's almost like a CPA but for your carbon emissions is what they are. Is that so a company will do that, and it ties into ESG and all that shit. So like in the background, we have these little companies that are popping up here and there that are like being funded by these huge like investment firms and places like the UN, who are in the background setting the groundwork for this ESG climate change, carbon emissions economy. We've talked about like social credit scores and stuff, and I think that might be a little part of it, but I think most of it is actually going to be your carbon score rather than your social credit score with how things are going. It's insane.
Look at the companies trusted by companies in every industry. BlackRock, oh, look at that. Match Group, Outfit, Everlane, Bob's Furniture, DoorDash, Warby Parker, Airbnb, Stripe.
Here was another thing that I did see that which is a pretty decent thing for us, but
manage your emissions across your portfolio.
Here, I'm gonna share.
See, I
this
told
real
you,
quick.
it's a CPA for your carbon emissions.
See, here's one thing that is a little bit good in our stance, but like how you were talking about ESG, I just heard about this not too long ago. S&P drops ESG scores from the ratings and shit. So
I'm in trouble.
So well, I mean, but that's good that they dropped ESG. Like the main thing is we want to keep getting that kicked out. But here's another thing though too, which I mean, yeah, that's good to know that they did that, whatever else. But also Larry Fink and all them have been saying that they're going to drop it being called ESG because we're all catching on and we're talking shit about it. So who knows? They may have dropped that and then they're going to fucking pick up on the next.
Well, it's like how they changed CRT to SEL.
Yeah.
It's not critical race theory anymore. It's social emotional learning in schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to make it more emotional sounding.
it's
Cool, man. The rabbit holes I went down on this one, I was just like, "Whoo, buddy."
Mm-hmm.
I mean just the brands that sponsor that are on board with that.
It's
Bob's
ridiculous.
I thought it was
Furniture,
funny that
BlackRock.
Skims, the Kim Kardashian line,
Yeah.
is on there.
Yeah.
Airbnb was on there, and you see that so they had Airbnb, the DoorDash and stuff, and those are also companies who have discriminated against conservatives or people on the right, and stopped,
Yeah, Walmart,
working with them.
Skims,
and
Walmart, Taskus, Bagu, whatever that is. Stripe isn't Stripe like
A payment
Spotify,
processor, right?
Of course,
Spotify's on here.
Yeah,
not Shopify. Shopify's on here.
Shopify.
Shopify. Oh boy. Oh, Biz, you're not gonna like this.
What?
You're not gonna like this at all. Oh.
Uh-oh. Which?
The little birdie.
Oh, I don't give a. We already know Twitter's
leading the way to net zero.
Yeah.
We're proud to work with the forward-thinking companies moving quickly to cut emissions and accelerate low carb. These are all the business.
Well, since they're on there, hurry
Klarma?
up and get us to 500 followers so we can possibly make some money off Twitter real quick before we say fuck you.
Klarma. This is announces $10 million climate fund. Twitter as a science-based target for reduction by 2030. What is this? Chan Zuckerberg initiative?
Yeah, that's their oh my god, their nonprofit. Dude, okay, you want to know a follow on Twitter? Follow the Chan Zuckerberg initiative. That shit's crazy.
Never even heard of it.
Oh man, it's Mark Zuckerberg and his wife. It's their their foundation.
Oh geez.
Stuff. Yeah. I tell you what, I follow some weird shit on Twitter. I do on both of my things, but when you but then I get weird people from all these little organizations start following me because they only have maybe 100 or 200 followers. But if you see what they're actually doing and tweeting and everything, it's that's why I need to take a break a lot of times. And I'm like, let's watch Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
I need to feel stupid for a minute.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely hear that.
Whose company is Stripe?
Oh, I don't know.
Company's trying to kill me.
They were
Stripe
one of the
processor.
Yeah, they're a big time payment processor for people through podcasting and all sorts of shit. I think that's who we would be making off of through Spotify and shit. As Stripe would be our payment processor.
And guess who is their venture capital firm? Sequoia.
But
I tell you what, boys, I'm on. I don't know who pissed in my Wheaties today, but someone did. All right. Yeah, so this is Stripe. I think there's a lot of places that use it. I think even
payment processor.
PayPal uses them.
Yeah, I think that's where I think that's where I heard it from. PayPal. They use Stripe. But look right there. Wait, you passed it. It says in January 2020, Stripe agreed to acquire terminal manufacturing partner BPSS, allowing the company to bring the hardware development of terminal readers in-house. In February, Stripe was announced as Apple's first partner on in-person tap to pay, which enables businesses to accept contactless payments using the iPhone or a partner-enabled iOS app. So that is your Apple Pay, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's why I heard it a few years. It was a year or two ago. Dan Bongino actually talking about Stripe, and he had just one episode talking about it, and because he was talking about the parallel economy.
Yep.
And that there's when you're doing payment process type things, you have to understand that Stripe is behind. It's the middleman in all of this, and them having your information is no bueno.
Yeah,
I have to look more into Stripe. I'm gonna get out of here because I need to look in there.
And that's why they want to go to a cashless society, so they know exactly what you buy. If you buy things with cash, they don't know what you have.
Exactly.
But there's 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 different companies. Once you swipe that card,
which is hilarious. It's hilarious to me that, like, yeah, some bad shit has happened with crypto stuff, but it's mainly from the assholes that are running it. But then they want to try to sit here and say crypto can be used in all these drug deals and all this other shit. It gets used way more in cash and stuff because it's untraceable for the most part. Yeah. And that's why we like to stick to cash. Not because of drug deals, which are still nice, but because we like to stay not traced. Yeah, under the fucking like left alone, privacy. Like that's the whole thing is whenever it started coming to this whole Alexa deal and shit like that, having the echoes in your house, people are like, well, you shouldn't worry if you're not doing anything wrong. Bitch, it's not about that. It's about privacy. It's about the principle of the matter, you fucker. Yeah. Like that's the whole reason why we are where we are, you pieces of shit. God damn.
Why do you think you buy a piece of plastic that turns a firearm from semi-automatic to automatic, and the ATF shows up at your door and goes, "Hey, why'd you buy this piece of plastic?" And you're like, "None of your fucking business." Well, if you don't give us the piece of plastic or tell us how many pieces of plastic you have, we'll be back with a warrant.
Yeah.
It's like, it just, I don't know. But
I feel bad because it's like totally went for a turn.
Fine.
At my black pilling. This is black pill Jackie. She gets into the shit. I'm like, you want to know some shit about what's going on in the background? Right. I'll tell you some shit.
Excuse me, it's Mama Black Pill.
Mama Black Pill.
Mama Black Pill.
Mama Black Pill.
Yeah. Well, what? Does your husband know?
About
that you're a black pill?
He'll find out soon enough. Oh man.
All right, kiddos.
Yeah, I think we're at the end of this now. Anybody want to say anything certain? Anything left or no? Doesn't matter because we're gonna be back tomorrow. Obviously, you guys better join us tomorrow too because we have plenty more to talk about. We still had other shit on the list, but we usually stick to around this amount of time, hour and a half or so. But
we don't want to shove too many black pills down you today.
Yeah,
you know,
opinion.
But
it's gonna be a black pill enema for all of us.
Yes,
at least I get touched. Yeah. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at MW.
It feels so wrong, but it feels so right.
You can find me on Twitter at MW Troublemaker. You can find me and Mama J at Weekend Hangover, WKEND Hangover on Twitter. You could also, all my social medias are in my Twitter. I just started another TikTok because I'm probably going to just get rid of my old one because there's too many things in there that I just don't want to go back and revisit and see. So you can find me at Just Davey1 on TikTok, Instagram Just Davey1 also. I'm kind of rebranding some stuff and because I don't, it's, you know, when you're in a breakup, getting rid of all that shit, it's just like I'm not taking any more pictures.
You're going through a haircut, like girls with their haircut.
Yeah, but haircut.
You're going through that right now.
Listen, but that's like a haircut when you're doing each individual hair though. It's like snip, cut this one, snip, just individual hairs, and it's just like it's painful, and it's like whatever.
But I think you'd look great as a blonde.
Having to do half blonde, half blue.
Like, whoa.
But yeah, you can find me also at We Don't Know Either podcast on Fridays at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Me and Mama J on Sundays at the Weekend Hangover at 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
About Jersey Shore this week.
I can't wait. I gotta put some stuff together because Ronnie and Sammy are back, baby.
But not together.
No, but they're still on the show. Ron, stop.
Ron, stop.
Mama J?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Suburban Mama 1. Suburban Mama 1. That is the number 1. And then you can find me and Biz and Captain Jack every Thursday on Rumble at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific for the Two Jacks One Scotch podcast. And yeah, that's it.
And if there's anything you should join them for, it is definitely the holidays and the flight deck.
Oh hell yes.
Yes.
Flight deck and the holidays.
I think we're doing trivia again this week.
Yeah, I think we are. We didn't last week, but I think we are this week.
I know. Dude, I love the trivia. It's so much fun.
It's such a fun show. It goes left, right, center, left, right, center. It just
we're a lot more
it's
pop
literally
culture and everything.
Yeah, but it's just like literally us. We've known each other for like what 3 years now.
At least now, yeah.
Yeah, us just talking, hanging out.
And catch me at Scott_Kriglow on Instagram, Business Party Podcast on Instagram. My TikTok is banned, so fuck them. I'll be back again soon. But nonetheless, who gives a fuck about all that? Catch us tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And fuck the moon. We're going to Uranus. Love y'all. Woo! Have a good night. Woo! Where's the video? Play it. Oh my God. Where's the video? Where's the video?